Hello and welcome back for this week's Stamp Crate Repeat video. It's Ashley here, and for those of you that don't know, I have been off on maternity leave, but I am back and I have a card to share with you for today. This is a cute little coffee card, and I'm going to share today how to make some paper piecing using your stamps. So I'm going to start out by showing the products. I used the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink, the Your Next Stamp Pretty Pastel Gumdrops, and I will link all of the products that I share in the description box below so you can find them over in the shop. And then I also use the Holiday Vintage set there as well. The Crazy for Coffee 6x6 paper pad. I use the coffee paper and then also that brown gingham. Then for the new stamp set that I used, it is the Coffee Cuties set. It is so adorable. I love the sentiment as well. And then there is also a coordinating die that you can purchase separately. So I'm just going to show you the card up close and then we'll get started. So to begin with, I'm going to just stamp out this little image here. It is so cute. I love the size. Whenever there's a nice bigger sized image, it is perfect for paper piecing because it really can show the design that's on your patterned paper. So I'm just using the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink, and I'm just stamping it down here on the 78-pound Recollections cardstock that I use. And then I'm just going to take a little piece of this brown gingham, and I'm just stamping out the part of the image that I want to be on the patterned paper. So I want that middle piece of the cup to be on it. So I'm just setting it on there, and I just put a piece of white paper behind so that it won't get onto my mat. So there is the little piece for the paper piecing. Then I'm just going to take some washi tape and set down the coordinating die here. And then I'm going to run it through my Sizzix Big Shot machine. And I love this coordinating die. It cuts around the little hearts and it has a little space above the cups, and then it also cuts out the little handle on the coffee cup. Which, if you ever want to make a really easy tag, if you just run a little piece of twine through that little coffee cup handle, it makes a perfect tag and they look so cute. So now I'm just going to take some sewing scissors that I have. They're just really fine scissors, and I'm just cutting out here this little piece of patterned paper there on the black line. And you could do this with any type of pattern paper. You could use Christmas paper to do a Christmas one, or Easter paper for an Easter one. There's just so many cute ideas when you bring pattern paper into the equation. So now I'm going to use my Copic markers, and I'm going to color in using this brown, which is E57. And I'm just going in from either side. And I always like to start with my darkest Copic markers and then go into the lightest colors. Then I'm using E55, and then for the middle part, I'm going to use E53 to blend that all out. And I thought I'd kind of go with the brown coffee colors that really matched this Crazy for Coffee paper pad collection that I went with. And then below, I use that same color combo, so again, E57. And then I go in with the E55 and E53. Just to blend that all out. And one thing to do when you're doing paper piecing is to wait to put the paper piecing on until the end, because if you do the paper piecing first and then use your Copic, sometimes they can the ink can run into the paper, so you don't want that. So it's good to leave your paper piecing off to the side, but I always like to have it ready because I like to lay it on, and that helps me decide what colors I'm going to go with. So I use that same color combo again for the bottom part of the coffee cup there. And you could paper piece this any way you want. You could do more of the cup with the paper piecing, but I just wanted to do that little bit in the middle. And then I'm using E57, E55, and E53 for the handle. And I kind of have the sun coming from the right direction, so I have the darkest color to the left for my shadowing. So there's the little handle. Now I'm going to go in with another light brown combo. So this is E43 and E40. And I'm just blending that out, and then I'm going to do the bottom saucer part of the cup And I'm just going from either side, and then where the cup is laying on the saucer, I'm adding a darker portion of the marker to really give it a nice shading. Then I'm going to do the top portion here, and I'm just going around the little bunnies. And I want to have the darkest portion under their arms and under where their coffee cups are, because that's where the shadows would fall. Now I'm just going in with the E40. Now we can adhere our little paper piecing. So I'm just going to take a regular glue stick, and I'm just taking a little piece of scrap paper to add the glue onto so I don't get it all over the place. And now I can adhere that on. And I just love paper piecing. So now I'm just taking an acrylic block to put on top of it, and that really just helps adhere it and make sure that it's all nice and held down. So I'm using W3 for this little bunny here and adding all of the darkest shading. And then I'm going to go in with W1. And if ever you have little bits of pattern paper left over, always make sure you save them in a little scrap bin, because they are awesome for paper piecing. I love looking through my scrap bin. There's always tons of little pieces that you can use for paper piecing, and they get really good use out of them. So definitely save all of your little pieces. So now I'm just going back in with the W3 and then the W1 again. And then I'm just going to take the RV10 to put a little bit of pink on the cheeks. And then I go in with RV11 for the nose and inside the ears for both the little girl and boy bunny. And then I go back in with RV10. And you could also do the little bunny's nose black, but I just decided to do pink this time. For the little girl bunny, I used RV17 for the bow, the little heart, and her little dress. And then I go in with RV14. I thought it would be cute if everything to the right was in the pink, and then to the left I do the blue color. So I also have the coffee cup pink and then the heart pink, and then on the left side I have the little boy bunny's coffee cup blue and the little blue heart. Now I'm going to do the blue color tone, so I'm using B02. And then I go in with B00, which is a really nice color combo. I love that blue color combo. It really pops. Then I go back in with the B02. And for this bunny, I use a dark gray color. I use C4. And then I go in with C2. And then I'm just going to go back in with the C4 again. I'm just going to take now my black jelly pen for the eyes. This really makes the images pop. I love using my black jelly pen. And then I'm also going to use the white jelly pen. And I'm just going to do, for the white jelly pen, a little dot on each of the cheeks. And it really shows up nicely with the pink color below it. And then I'm just going to add some accents on the cup. And that just helps to really make it stand out. And just be careful when you do that you don't smudge where you've already done some of the lines. Now I have written out all of the dimensions for the card with all the paper pieces. So I'm going to be using the Crazy for Coffee set again, and I have my crafter's tape here. So I have an A2 sized card base with this pink color, and so the first little white piece here is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm just adhering this down. So this is the size of the card base. Then I'm going to take this paper that has the coffee cups on it, and this is 4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm just leaving a little bit of the white at the top and a little bit of the white at the bottom. For this gingham piece, it is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm just going to center that in the middle. And that is the same color that I used for the paper piecing on the coffee cup. And then for the last piece here, it is the 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. And that's the piece that's going to have our sentiment on it. Now I cut out a circle with that cut paper, and I'm just going to stamp there the image from the sentiment. And I'm just adhering down the circle. I love using pattern papers on my cards. I just think it really pops, and it's so fun to find papers that coordinate with the stamp sets and the themes that go with it. So I added a little bit of pop dots on the back of that just to give it a little dimension, and then I adhered that down. And now we're going to add on the gumdrops, which is always my favorite part. I just always find this really just jazzes up your cards. So we're using the Pretty Pastel and then the Holiday set. So I'm just taking some of the blue color, which I thought would be nice to incorporate some of that blue that's on the boy bunny, and then I'm just going to take some of that pink for the little bunny with the bow. And then I'm taking 2 of the tan color as well, and these are the medium size. All the gumdrops come with small, medium, and large on the set, so these are the medium ones. So I was going to do it like that, and then I felt like there was a little bit of white space at the top, so I decided to move 2 of the blue up. And then I thought it also needed a little bit of the tan, so I moved one of the tan ones up, and I think this looked really cute to even it out. And then I decided that I wanted the little tan gumdrop to be on the far left side, so I changed that over, as you can see there, and I just think this looks so adorable. So that was my card for today. It was really simple, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I would love if you left a comment in the comment section. It always means so much to me. I hope that you guys will come back next week for the next Stamp Crate Repeat video. All of the products that I shared today can be purchased over in the Your Next Stamp store, and I will see you guys next week. Bye now!